Good afternoon, folks. It's Les from orchidspecies.co.uk. Today what we're going to be looking at, the Pleione seeds that we sowed back in October 2013. They've now germinated and we've got some nice Protocorms, which is the name given to, as you can see that on the surface. Protocorm is the name given to a germinated orchid seed. It's basically a little tiny bulb with a leaf on it. Now normally what we would do is we would replate these seedlings onto additional flasks, either small ones or larger ones, onto replate material under sterile conditions, just in the same way as we did when we sowed the seed initially. But today what we're doing, I'm going to do a little experiment for you and show you how to do it on a much easier way. Here's one that I did from the same batch back in about 6 weeks ago, I think. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can adjust it. Can you see that on the surface? Little seedlings. They're doing really nice. So here's how we do it. What we've got is test tubes with the blue lids. I get these are available on our website with the filter membrane. You don't really necessarily need that, but they're on anyway. So, and in each tube, I've added that much peat, which is straightforward sphagnum moss peat, and it's a coarse material. And what I've done with this is a jug containing 2 litres. It was when it was full. 2 litres of peat. Slightly moist, and what I've done, I've microwaved that for 3 minutes at full power, giving it a stir, and then microwaved it again for 1.5 minutes. And what that's going to do is going to kill any germs, bacteria, seeds, spores, eggs, all sorts of things in that soil. It's effectively going to sterilise it. So once that's cooled down, you can then put it into your tubes. Now what I've done as well, in order to get myself a nice flat surface on the top of the compost or the top of the peat, I've dribbled in just a few drops of water onto the surface to make it flat, nice and flat and moist. Now they're not wringing wet, as you can see. It's still, there's no water penetrated down here yet. So that's that done. So what I've also got here, I've got a little implement to scoop the seeds or the protoplasts out of the tube, and another one at this end which is like a diamond shape, a spear shape, and that's for picking up the individuals and depositing them on the surface of the compost. Now to do this, so that you can see easier, I've got a sheet of paper, and I've got a petri dish, however you want to say it, and I'm going to get out these little Protocorms by scraping them onto the surface of this dish. There we go. I'll show you that. Get a better view now. See them? So now what I'm going to use the other end, and I'm going to pick up a seedling, or a bulb as it is. It's quite fiddly. Put my finger up. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to, hopefully you can see this, deposit this on the surface of the compost. Can you see that? There you go. And just poke it in. I'm going to get another. Now what I'm aiming to do with these is probably get about 4 or 5. Now what you might find is that the seeds don't want to come out as individuals. They want to come out as a small clump. Like that. Can you see that? Well, that's okay. Just what you can do is just deposit that on the surface and give it a little press. If you can see any white roots exposed, just dab it over. Can you see that? There they are on the surface. Now what I'm going to do now, if you think that the roots are not making contact with the compost enough, what you can do is get your syringe again, and it's, like I say, it's just water, and just put 1 or 2 drops directly over the little protocorms you've just planted, and that's going to embed them around the soil, the peat around them roots. And then all we need to do, put on the lid. That's going to allow oxygen, etc., gas exchange basically, but it's also going to keep out any pests. Everybody gets them from time to time. All I need to do with that now is to relabel it like this, put the new label on it with the date of deflasking, you can call this deflasking, and away you go. Now these ones, the original test I did, they're growing really quickly. Now you can see individual leaves on these. These are more clumped together, so they are going to take some time to settle. But I would think within a month they're going to be up like this. And these are going to flower probably in around 3 years. So you can leave the plants in this tube for at least, I don't know, 6 months or so. And then you should be able to pot them out, should be large enough to pot them out individually into little 6 centimetre pots. And away you go. It'll be about 3 years from then. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I shall continue on now and do the rest of these bottles. That's my afternoon done. Leave your feedback. Thanks much. Bye then.